Right, so listen, here we go. Matthew Rodney, wildlife photographer or wildlife photography, written by wildlife photography by Matthew Rodney. Right, so this, I got three versions of my book out. Right, wildlife photography. This is the hardback book. There's another hardback version. Yeah, this is what I mean. Look, there's birds in my garden. It's amazing. But the two rooks, if I went in the garden now, they'd fly. Look at it, it's collecting all three bits of bread and it's going to fly off. What? Oh, I wish I'd have filmed that. That was amazing. This is what I mean. There is wildlife on your doorstep at all times. So I just rubbed my eye, got something in my eye. So that was fantastic. And now it's on my neighbour's roof eating all the bread that I just put out. I know it's in a coffee cup, but it's a good cup of tea. So this morning I've already been out with my camera. Right, so let's just go through my book. And my book's available direct from me. 40 to 45 pounds, depending on where you are in the world. You obviously get the book. You get an original photograph. You get a sticker. You get a letter, you get it signed by me, and I think that's it. Yeah, get a letter signed by me, and maybe some discount off your next book or something. So, so this is it. So let's just have a little quick look. Look, so this is the book I used this is my original book, the one I used to actually write the book. So I wrote it first. And then I, created all these little things which have allowed me to make the book better. So then I've republished the same book one, but with a cover with the lions on. So if you want a cover with the lions on, let me know, because I have to get them from Germany. Anyway, so that's me, Matthew Rodney. So let's just pick a couple of pages. So this is how I've obviously been working through, using all the post-it notes. Look at that. Looks like the Radio 1 logo, doesn't it? Yeah, so wildlife photography by Matt Rod. These were all the different fonts and things that I was using with the letter set. Remember the old letter set? If you're anyone older than the 90s, they would have used 80s letter set. Look, there's my dogs, my two boxers. And there's a deer cover picture. So this is all explained in the book. So let me just find. Yeah, look, see. So this was the one I was actually working through. See, so put the stuff on, first edition, all that type of stuff. All my details. See, look, I'm making notes in here. So this book is the book that I've put the work in, and my next book is the one that's the one that you would get is the one that would have all the changes in. So that was me as a kid with my cousin who got me into photography. He had the original Minolta 7000, so that's why I love Minolta so much. It was my first vision of photography, and there it is, Minolta 7000. Got a picture of it in the book. And then that's the camera that I had, the Shinon CE5. I also had a Pentax SFX, which I had a Ricoh XRX, and that is the mad-ass 500mm Soligor lens that I had. It was huge. I think you can still get them on eBay. There you go, Pentax SFX. So this is all in the book. The Shinon, I had a Shinon lens. I've still got that in the garage. Here we go. See, look, these cameras. I've got pictures of them in the book. That's how much. So these pictures were taken with Pentax K lenses or M42 lenses with an adapter. Yeah, with an adapter. And then I moved up to the Minolta 9000, which if you watch my channel, I've got loads of footage on Minolta 7000s. Let's have another sip of my cup of tea. I now have the program back. I never had the program back younger, but there's some things missing to get my whole setup like this. To get it, I need to get some bits back. And then I had my Canon EOS 1. So so the first section of the book, I'm going through all of my equipment. So I had the Canon EOS 1, and funnily enough, I've just bought another Canon EOS 1. And no, sorry. Before I had the EOS 1, I had the Nikon F3 HP, but I didn't have any big prime lenses for the F3, so I never really got any amazing wildlife photography apart from just stuff in zoos and stuff like that with the F3. I still have, these are some of my favorite, these are the two of my favorite films, the T-Max, Kodak T-Max, which I've still got a roll of, and this Ilford 3200. Yes, it's grainy, but it's beautiful. And this is what I've got now. However, there's a 500mm lens, which I'm saving up for. So buy the book, guys. Buy me a coffee, buy the book so I can get this 500mm lens, because I want to take this Hasselblad to Africa. I want to take it and get some amazing safari pictures with it, especially lion pictures. Look how crisp that's going to be with the Hasselblad. So buy the book, guys. Help me out. Help me out. Or come to one of my events. So I'm going to start doing events. I'm going to try and do my first event at Twycross Zoo. I'm going to invite everybody. Yeah, it might be about £20-25, but I'm going to put food on and stuff like that. So, you know, that'd be great. These are the... If anyone's got these books, let me know. I had one of the books, which I got as a kid from the sale at Birmingham Library. And it's gone. Well, I just can't find it. Well, I know where it went. I had a landlord in Wolverhampton, and he threw all my stuff away. And if I saw him today, I probably would do him physical damage, because he threw a lot of all my original books as a kid away. And why would you do that? Why would you? Oh, don't start me. People have stole from me all my life, and it's just so upsetting. So, this is a cormorant, but now, so my next book is going to be Birds in Flight. That's my next wildlife book. Funnily enough, I know it's out of focus, but that's a peregrine falcon on the roof of my house, and it was what he was doing. It was hunting all the pigeons, all the wood pigeons. So yeah, this was my setup look. So I had my Pentax SFX, and I had a 500mm f8 mirror lens. So I went from that massive Soligor 500mm f8, which was about this long, I'm talking this long, to this mirror lens. And that's where, look, if you look closely in the photograph, you can see all the ringlets. And that comes naturally. That comes naturally with the lens, with the mirror lens. So yeah, so I'm just working through the book. There's a lot of birds in it. Well, it's mainly birds. Now, I never were patient enough when I used to shoot with film to get birds in flight. I was never patient enough. I was just so happy to actually physically get a picture of the bird. So, you know, that's why shots like this for me, yeah. I mean, I was 14, 15 when I took this. And like just seeing the birds in flight. Obviously, that's probably with a 200mm lens. So that shows how far away I was. Well, not really. 200mm lens is actually quite far. There it is in colour, because I think it was colour originally. And that's at Plantsbrook. So, you know, shoot what you've got around you. So if I wasn't sat here, I would have been photographing those ravens in my garden, taking the bread. But look, this was one. I think this was taken with my Shinnon CE5. But look at that. I was so happy. When I got that photograph, when I got it back, I was so happy, because you used to obviously I'd go to the camera shop, put my pictures in, and then I'd look through them there. I'd be so excited to look through them there. That's another one of my good ones. So, you know, the book is well worth it. There's loads of talking. There's loads of discussions. See, that's with a mirror lens up low. You can tell by the ringlets again. Got loads of pictures of the Canada geese in different different guises. Right, it's there. Let me get to another one. See, this is one of the images that I did. I bought the crabs from the Birmingham market, and I used to have I wasn't that clever, so I think I just put them in. I bought them live, so they were alive, but I put them in fresh water. So yeah. Okay, so these are just some fox cubs which are in an abandoned garden. There's loads of images. There's hundreds of images in here. And this was what I entered for junior wildlife photographer. And I got shortlisted. Obviously, I didn't win, because if I won, that'd have been different. But it got me shortlisted. I got close enough to the fox. So I mean, look how beautiful. And all of these are just British animals, local to where I lived in Shirley. This was is it a J-wing? A J, taken at Bill's Woods in Shirley, if you know it. Kestrel, that was in Shirley as well. Just off the motorway after M42. I took that with a Zenit B. I think I also had a Praktika as well. What else have we got? Let's keep going through. And the good thing about this, you can make notes in it. You can read through Great Crested Grebe. Now look how old this is. You know, Great Crested Grebe, Red Deer Stag. Now, I think I even said that the Red Deer Stag was something that I wanted to photograph for years as a kid. And that's why I so badly wanted the 400mm f5.6 Sigma Apo lens. A lens that, I mean, I've now sold my Nikon version of it. I had a Nikon version. There's an Otter, but look how, see, I need to redo these pictures, and, you know, because I don't, other than change from colour to black and white. And I used to actually do that at the printing stage. So I used to, I had my own darkroom back in the day. I'd either do it at the printing stage, or I'd do it where you know, there's a place in the jewellery quarter in Birmingham, and I'd queue up and I'd pay for my prints, you know, so stuff like that. Used to go to Wootton Rowan. So if you like photographing rabbits, Wootton Rowan's a good place to go. I might go back now that I've got better equipment. So my next book, Birds in Flight, Seagulls. I remember I used to take my camera to school and photograph seagulls right when at school. You know, oh, when I do go through my negatives, I've got hundreds of macro, especially when I went to France, of macro images like that. I've got hundreds of them. So my book 2 is going to be amazing, trust me. But this one is great, and it's well worth buying, because it shows you how deep you have to go, and you have to start at this level. I mean, I watched a video by Damien the other day, and he'd gone to Middleton Lakes, which is somewhere near to me now, and he was getting gassed about, you know, just the local birds. And that's where you start. You gotta, you know, there's a woodpecker, you know, you gotta start with the local birds. Swans, Canada geese, wood pigeons, chaffinch. There's a heron. That's at Wootton Rowan, a heronry at Wootton Rowan. Now I took that that is with, I mean, look at the grain on that. Look at the grain. I took that, I think with it is with 500mm lens with a 2x converter on. So it was 1000mm lens. So because it's the closest you could get. Now, I mean, look at the grain. The grain. It's like golf ball size grain. 3200mm film. I've still got my Bronica, and you can rate each picture, and you can see, go through the journey with me, how this was me in the 90s at 14, and the pictures in my next book, how they'll be now, or how they are now. I still go for grain. I still increase the tab size. And look at that. I love that. I love that. Your comments and feedback. You write that and send me a picture of it. So that's what I'm saying. Buy the book, guys. Notes, records. You got your own. Buy the book. £40 to £45, depending on where you are. You get the letter. You get my stamp. You get it signed. You get an original photograph. All these things. And just DM me. Is there DM? Wildlife Photography. You can buy it in hardback. You can buy it in paperback. The paperback's a bigger book, so it's bigger pages. It's a bigger book. Yeah, and obviously more palatable, movable. But it's the same look. I love it. Absolutely love it. Listen, get in touch, guys. Like and subscribe, and come on this next journey with me. Nice.